'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mamma in her kerchief, and I in my cap, had just settled down for a long winter's nap. When all out on the lawn, there arose such a clatter. I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I went like a flash, tore open the shutters, and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new-fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below. Midday, sorry. When, what to my wondering eyes should appear, but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. With the little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles, his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donder and Blitzen. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the housetop, the coursers they flew, with the sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. Oh, yeah. His eyes, how they twinkled. His dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eyes and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all his stockings, then turned with a jerk. And laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew, like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, as he drove out of sight, "Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night." That was 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. Clement C. Moore, right? Sounds about right. Very good book. So, it's Christmas. Now, I'm not recording this on Christmas. I'm recording this on Christmas Eve. So, Bobby, what does Christmas mean to you? Oh, thank you for asking. Well, when is Christmas? Let's talk about that. It's at the end of the year. And for me, Christmas is so magical. It's just a time to reflect. So, let's reflect. And then I'll tell you a fun story about Christmas magic. And then we have a 3-part video. Last year I wrote we have a 3-part video this year. Last year I made a song. I'm going to be singing that song again. My own composition called Special Holiday. That'll be up next. Then I'm going to have a montage with a song in the background. That is not my own song. So anyways, the year started off pretty great. January, I was coming back after Christmas break. It was a little bit not as good as normal because I didn't get to go to this water park that I always go to called the Kalahari. And I always like that. But hey, I still had fun at home with my family, and that's what's most important, is having fun with your family on New Year's Eve. Now, this is a year I've been looking forward to my entire life. I remember since I was a kid, my mom told me, 2020, you will be a senior in high school. You will graduate high school. You'll be free from the shackles of the K through 12 education system. Well, I was looking forward to graduating, but it wasn't everything I expected. About February, March-ish, COVID-19 hit. Very tough. A lot of pain. I was going to go to Disney World. I'm actually wearing the shirt underneath this. I'm not going to show you, but it was a Disney shirt. I was going to go to Disney. Very sad. It never got to happen. About 300,000 people dead right now. Very sad. And counting. Anyway, in the summer, things got a little better. I got into a new game in like March, April-ish, before summer. Fortnite. And I did a couple videos on that on my channel. And you'll see some of that today, and I actually have a story about Fortnite. I spent more time with my friends, and I started going to the rec center at my local rec center. It's very fun. Now, over the summer, I took a trip, my family took a trip with my grandmother to Disney. And I forgot to mention this earlier, but unfortunately, I lost my grandfather earlier in 2020, which was also very tough. But I celebrated graduation, and I filmed Death Strike 3 and had that uploaded over summer. Very nice. Then I went to college. My first year at Baldwin Wallace. Very awesome. Very good college. I'm studying music composition. Now, towards the end of the year was my first time voting, the first election. And coming into the next year, we will be getting a new president. That will be very interesting. And, but now let's talk about what Christmas means. So I just reflected on the year. Christmas is about celebrating everybody coming together and being happy and being thankful. I know that's Thanksgiving, but also I believe Christmas is that time because you walk around and there's magic in the air. It's a time of snow, it's a time of lights, it's a time of fireplaces and spending time with family. And like I say in my song, it's really just a special holiday. And that is what Christmas is about to me. Now, it means different things to different people. And of course, not everyone celebrates Christmas, but the general time of Christmas, several holidays, Hanukkah, other stuff like that, it's just a time of greatness, I think. I think it's the best time of the year. It's the end of the year. It's a closer. It's a grand finale. Anyways, enough babbling. Let's tell a fun story, a fun Christmas story. Then we'll move on to the song. We have a great show for you tonight, folks. So, I'm playing Fortnite, as I do, with Drummer Dude 199. You've seen him. He was in my Beating the Ender Dragon. And Non-Big Parsley 3. Good old friend of the channel, since almost the beginning of the channel. Well, actually, like 2 years in, but whatever. Anyway. We were playing with someone who was on a Nintendo Switch. And to play with them, it is cross-compatible. We set up a Zoom call. Now, the Zoom call was working fine, and then it didn't work. It kicked us all out, and it said, oh, you can only play for a little while. I stayed in the party. I stayed in the Fortnite party, and we played a game. And I was not talking to either my friend, Drummer Dude 199, or my other friend, Non-Big Parsley 3, and his friend, who we've been playing with. But we ended up winning the game, and I ended up getting the last 2 kills, and this was during the Christmas time. And, yeah, so I've been on for probably 10 minutes now, but let's just be thankful for what we have. Let's try to make the world a better place. We have a new year, we have a new president, we have a new, at least in this country, we have a new president. This is a time for new beginnings. We have a vaccine rolling out. I think this is a time where we can come together and make the world a better place. Goodwill towards men, I believe they say. You know, that old-fashioned expression. But anyway, let's get on with the show. One more sip of milk. Okay. Booyah. Let's go.
Everybody knows that Christmas time is such a special holiday. Christmas time, yes, Christmas time, it's such a lovely, special time. Christmas time is here. New Year's Eve and Christmas trees and all the lovely specialties. Christmas time is here. Everybody knows that Christmas time is such a special holiday. Woo!
Enjoy the show, everybody. Here we are at the end. We're killing the dragon. I had already died at this point.